Hello, my name is Sloan Mayer and I'm a principal with Make Architects in Hanover, New Hampshire. I'm here on behalf of the New Hampshire AIA. Thank you for joining us on our first high-performance virtual home tour. I would like to thank our gold sponsors, Cement Board Fabricators. You'll see evidence of their product on the exterior of this house as we go through the tour. And I'd also like to thank our silver sponsor, Lowen Window Center of Vermont and New Hampshire. They supplied the Coltec windows that you'll see as well on the tour. The following are the learning objectives of the course. I'll let you read through those. And this tour is eligible for LU HSW credits. When we posted this program, the credits were pending. We have received verification that they have gone through. So this is a credited course. So before we go outside and look at the actual house, I just want to get you familiar with the site. This is an existing site the house was on, and you can see the shape of this peninsula that heads off toward the west. The north is the Connecticut River, and the Connecticut River sort of wraps around the end of this peninsula, and then there's what's called the Connecticut River backwater there on the south side. Additionally, on the right side, the east side of the house, there's a stream that goes underneath Lime Road and dumps into the Connecticut River there. So it's nearly an island. In fact, prior to 1994, when this house was built, we assume because the driveway, in order to build the driveway, they filled in, I can point that out with this laser pointer, they filled in right there where the driveway comes out to the peninsula, and of course you couldn't do that now because of the protections in place for wetlands. But we did, speaking of wetlands, we did have to pay close attention to the New Hampshire Shoreland Water Quality Protection Act, and in particular the amount of impermeable surface on the site. So we did our best to leave the site better than we found it. You can see the semicircular driveway here in front of the house. We took that out and restored it back to grassy. The grass, and you'll see grass and flower bed in front of the house now. And additionally, over toward Lime Road, there were some outbuildings here. This is actually a little drive, and then two outbuildings that we removed and restored this whole section to meadow. Additionally, on the site, there are infiltration trenches for the roof water runoff, and there's a rain garden right here at this west side of the building, and we'll see all of that when we go and tour the house. This next slide shows what the exterior of the house looked like prior to the renovation. It is standard 1994 construction, fiberglass batts in 2x6 walls. The siding is vinyl. The shutters are fake vinyl. The roofing is asphalt. The basement also was insulated and finished with 2x4s and fiberglass insulation. This is another view of the garage end. And it also did not really take into account the incredible views of the site itself. There's the front door. Really, I don't think they ever used that. There's no evidence of anyone walking on this grass with any consistency. This is an interior shot of the existing kitchen. In the renovation, we actually left all the plumbing locations in place. We did change out all the fixtures and fittings and also finishes, but we kept the infrastructure, the plumbing in place. This is the main bath. Again, stripped out all the stuff, but left the locations as they were. This is a slide showing before, during, and after. The during is at a point where the exterior insulation has been installed, the roofing has been installed, and you can see the black is the strapping ready to accept the cement panels. And the after shot there, the cement panels all installed, and the landscaping hasn't fully been finished in that particular photo, but you can see the sweetness that we achieved with those cement panels. And what's really apparent when you look at these photos is how simple the lines of the house are. When you are looking for a house to improve in terms of thermal efficiency, the simpler the exterior envelope, the better, or the easier and more streamlined it is to achieve the air tightness. So the only projection that we had to deal with was that sunroom projection. We removed all the eaves prior to insulating, so we were left, when we stripped everything, we were left with a plywood sheathed box, and we wrapped it with a membrane, and then we wrapped it with insulation. The walls received 2.5 inches of XPS, and the roof received 5 inches. And then we rebuilt the eaves, and then we put the finishes on. So it's a fully rain screen system, and the roof additionally has a vent that we laid 2x4s flat against the 5 inches of insulation, attaching them down through into the structure, and then we laid another layer of plywood on top of those, and then the roofing. So we get some roof venting on the underside of that sheathing, and then the roofing is fully adhered to something solid. So that's what I wanted to show you. I do have some additional photos or slides. Right now I'll go through the floor plans before we go outside and look at the project. I'll just show you what was existing, and then what we added or subtracted. So here's the new floor plan. I just wanted to get you oriented before we go on the tour. Again, it's looking at this floor plan. If you remember the site plan just before this slide, it's pretty much in the same orientation, with the river up on this side of the house and the peninsula looking down over in this side. So you can see, we'll start here at the garage. This is the new space for the garage. The existing garage was here, but it extended all the way. This is the wall right here that used to be between the garage and the house. We took this extra space from the garage that you can see there's still plenty left for the cars. And we were able to get a really nice big dining room here with a view right out to that river. And again, a mudroom and a laundry by taking over that space. The kitchen is in the same location right here. We took this wall out. There used to be just this little opening over here to get into the kitchen, and this was also a much smaller opening, much smaller window, if you can remember the slide of that interior view. So now when you're in the kitchen, you can look right out across the dining room table out to the river. This entry door is in relatively the same spot. It was actually originally, you can see this is the old stoop right here, and so we moved it down so that we could get a media room and guest bedroom and a couple of nice big closets. There were 2 bedrooms on this end right here previously, one right here You can see the dotted lines where the old closets were, and one right here, and then the entry came, this was closet that served this this entry right here, and dining area, and then this space was living room. This space was what I would call the sunroom, because this wall right here was solid except in this one location where you would come in and then be able to experience some river views. So we opened all of this up so that the minute you walk in, you can see straight through and out to the river. Again, you'll see that when we go on the tour. Coming down this hallway here, this guest bath and the main bath, again, same location of all the plumbing fixtures, but we changed all the finishes and fittings and fixtures and put new in. The infrastructure for the plumbing remained. Main bedroom, nice walk-in closet, and guest bedroom. This is a sound mitigated wall. You can see the double staggered studs because the television in this media room is right against that wall. So this slide shows the basement level. This is the garage. We didn't change any of the wall locations down here. These two storage rooms were actually bedrooms that we converted to storage because they didn't have any egress, any illegal egress out of them, and they didn't need the bedrooms. One thing we did do is right here, this bank of cabinets, we brought the existing cabinets, or some of them, down here, repainted them, put new hardware on, and added a sink to serve this little dining nook. The living area, there was right here, there was a wood stove, a big brick hearth area and chimney that we removed. And these windows on this side, plus this door we changed to a glass door, and these windows were gliding windows. We changed those to tilt turns, single pane of glass that you can, or single piece of glass. They're actually triple glazed, so that's not a single pane. So you can see straight out down the peninsula. You can also see this rain garden right here, which is really beautiful. Sitting in the living room, you get views of the rain garden, and you get views out toward that peninsula, and in the bedroom you get a beautiful view as well. Bathroom here existed just like you see it, except we changed the finishes and swapped out the fixtures. The mechanical room back here is pretty empty now because we have two heat pumps. The one in the basement is on this wall right here. The only new mechanical equipment in the mechanical room are two on-demand water heaters. They're hanging on the wall right there. There's an existing water softener system that's located in this corner. That's it for the mechanical room. So the rest of it down here can be storage. It used to have the boiler and everything else, but that was removed. So with that, we're going to go on the tour. So now you've got your bearings, and let's go see what is on the site. Thanks.